All right, so I am not lying about any of the posts that I made about Etika whatsoever. As of recently, there have been times in the past where I've been in psychosis, where I have misspoken on him because I was getting voices telling me other things. Just like my dad was the one who told me that he didn't believe that Etika actually did die. Also, another thing, too. My dad threatened me when I brought up how when I was 8 or 9 years old, I used to play with his nipples and bite him and whatnot because I had undiagnosed autism at the time. You have autism as you're born. And I had to take speech therapy when I was 3, 4 years old because I used to speak like Blue's Clues. And when I was playing with my dad's nipples when I was 8 or 9, I can't recall how old I was for sure, just because I know the location of the house um, in Texas when it occurred. But we lived there for about like 2 years, so I can't recall if it was 8 or 9. But yeah, I used to play with them because I was pretending to be like a lion, almost like Simba or something like that. It was kind of weird, but I didn't know it was wrong at the time. My dad should have stopped me because he's the adult, I'm the child. And when I brought it up recently, he started threatening me. And then he's also said too, he's gonna shoot himself in the head right in front of me if I don't open up an envelope. And then also too, he's said that he prayed really hard for Denario Lewis to die. Also, another thing too, he said that he did something with a minor, but it was legal in the state that he was in. Another thing too, let's see right here. Raqib misled me in 2016. If you check the Twitter, see Mulligan. I posted it on the posts on my Twitter. You have to go to my community posts. If you don't go to my community posts, you're not going to see it. But you have to go there and you will see all the stuff I'm referring to in regards to Etika, the Switch Frog posts on Reddit, and the stuff that involved, I guess, PH1 girl. I'm not sure. Either way, though, Etika talked about a 17-year-old at the time, how he was doing something, not actually doing anything. He didn't tell me he was grooming her, but he told me that she was kind of like hitting on him and whatnot. And like I said, he talked about how you have to be real nice at first, and then after a few months, after I guess they're older or whatever, that's when you actually do it. I was like, like I didn't know exactly how far he would go because Mr. Etika talked about being edgy and whatnot, but he did not go as far as John, where John was saying, just do that shit, nigga, everyone does it. He was trying to, yeah, John was actually trying to push illegal activity, and he said everyone does it, which means John knows other people who are doing illegal activity with minors, and I've been trying to bring it up, but he hasn't said anything. I don't know if he's afraid of Raqib or Sully or something like that, but he knows about Raqib and Mubats_GF. And Mubats_GF said that Raqib actually bribed her to try and, stay in his bed and go to Disney or something with him. But more so about the bed bribing thing that she was talking about. I had no idea about any of this stuff occurring because Raqib was the first person to warn me about blah blah LPs or Bond Games, whatever his name is now or whatever. He warned me about him, and we cut Blah off because obviously I'm not trying to hang out with someone who's doing illegal stuff with minors like that. So we cut him off. And there was a time where even there was a joke like, about Blah, how, this dude is so desperate, like he couldn't keep his D in his pants and whatnot. Like he wanted to hop on someone before they were actually, like legal and whatnot. And that was like the joke back then. And as you can see from another post I'm gonna put up, you're gonna see how I posted how, like, I was talking to Attack on Sylveon or whatever, and Raqib would make jokes about like old enough to count, old enough to mount. And if she's old enough to pee, old enough for me. Stuff like that. So I'm just telling you right now, before I thought it was jokes. I never condoned anything like that whatsoever. That was another reason why at one point, because Raqib was the one who warned me about someone named Blah, And he even said in the text that I posted on my community posts, you guys scroll through all the community posts, it showed there how he said, what is it? Pedophiles are us in regards to the law. So he knew that stuff was wrong. But Raqib as well also knew I had mental shortcomings because he knew about a foreskin story that I was going to tell someone I thought I got pregnant. And then he came up with a better idea to help me out through it. But he also pressured me to keep pushing for that abortion when I didn't feel comfortable after the lady told me what was going on. So the fact that Philemon and Psych didn't call that out is very suspicious, because he called me out, but he didn't call out Raqib. And Raqib, like I said, I've actually gotten almost all my advice from someone, whether it be Raqib, whether it be Gian, whether it be Etika, whether it be Max Ezzy, whether it be who else? I'm trying to think too. There was another guy. I said Sully. Oh, Sully's brother Mark, who runs the channel, I guess, Nintendo Central. Other people like that. I always ask them for advice. In fact, Mark was the one who gave me advice for someone named Question Kid. So yeah, in regards to Question Kid, sorry if I seemed a certain way back then. I really didn't know. Mark was the one who was telling me all this stuff, and yeah, I don't know if I did do anything wrong because you never told me anything, but at the same time too, like I said, I was going off his advice because I didn't know nothing. But now it makes sense because, like I said, I used to have ghost texters, and as you can see on the screenshots with the the community posts on the main YouTube channel, cobanermani 456, you will see that even Sully bragged about being my ghost texter, just like Raqib was a ghost texter. Just like at 1.2 in one incident in 2016, I asked Raqib if I should call the police on a certain incident because I didn't know if something was trying to set me up to do something illegal. And he said, nah, he called someone and he said, we talked about it, meaning someone else knew something was going on, which is why I put the picture up about how there was a Twitter saying our plan to take cobanermani down will be unbeatable, meaning it is a conspiracy. And I'm about to report all this right before I die.